What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from The Quartering, and it would appear that there is a specter of doubt around the media darling that is, well, AH, because apparently we can't say that name on YouTube anymore. It would appear that there is some doubt that AH lied about donating her $7 million settlement from JD to kids with cancer, to sick kids. $7 million has now been raised. The question, the specter of doubt has been raised around whether or not she actually donated that money. And I'm going to share all that with you. It started with some early tweets. So it turns out, on top of stealing somebody's story of survival and raising her hand to multiple people and stepping on people who have actually suffered this to advance her own career, AH lied about donating her divorce money to the Children's Hospital. If you still support her, seriously. In fact, if you remember, here's the article where her former assistant pointed out, Amber Heard stole my survival story. Ex-aide tells at trial. I mean, how totally messed up do you have to be to do this? Her former personal assistant has claimed that the actor stole her own experience of being a victim and twisting it into a different story. In evidence given remotely from LA, Kate James also said that she had regularly received a barrage of terrible text messages from AH between 2 a.m. and 4 a.m. James was answering questions during this. Now, of course, in her statement, James said that she had been the victim of something terrible in Brazil when she was in her 20s, and that the experience had haunted her ever since. When she read AH's submissions, James said, to my utter shock and dismay, I discovered that AH had in fact stolen my conversation with her and twisted it into her own story to benefit herself. This, of course, caused me extreme distress and outrage that she would dare attempt to use the most harrowing experience of my life for her own narrative. Now, that's the type of person she is, right? Imagine you tell a close personal friend or a confidant or a loved one, oh my God, this terrible thing happened to me, and then 10 years later, you find out that they've been telling everyone else that it happened to them. Now, after the divorce, and by the way, I will say, the public just loves her. This was just 6 days ago. It's actually over 415,000 dislikes.
Whoa, that's a genuinely shocking fact.
415,000 dislikes. This is headed for an all-time record. Of course, this article saying the new YouTube video flooded with dislikes, almost at 280K. Again, it's now at 400,000. Again, I will say, as I've said since Jump Street, I think that both of these characters were bad actors. Both of these people acted poorly, I will say, but only one of them received any kind of repercussions or actual drawbacks to their career. In fact, Johnny has basically been blackballed. Now, if we go back to August 20th, here's where it starts. We see innumerable cover pieces written by Hollywood shills. What AH really did with that $7 million settlement? Well, although it had ended, she got a $7 million divorce settlement. Here's what she did with the money. Allegedly, it says, did she donate the money? After that, fans were wondering if Heard would say true to her word and donate the money. She promised to split the $7 million sum between the American Civil Liberties Union and the Children's Hospital of LA. The latter confirmed her donation in a 2017 annual report, as her name was listed on the website's honor roll, saying, "We are honored to acknowledge our extraordinary donors for their generosity during the fiscal year of 2017. on behalf of all the children and families, but we don't know. It doesn't denote the amount. All this says is that they've donated $1,000 or more. Oh, wait, here we go. Let's find where she is. Here she is at 1 million to 5 million. She's listed here. So the idea is, well, I mean, she gave at least $1 million. She said she was going to give 3.5 million, but at least $1 million. It's entirely possible that she did donate the full 3.5 million as said. Here again, Amber follows through on her promise to donate the divorce settlement. It's listed a list of sizable donations on the Children's Hospital. Now, we don't know about the others. Now, Adam Waldman, who's a lawyer on all of this, started posting some doubt. November 2018, there was a divorce settlement. You got $7 million. What did you do with that money? Her reply, $7 million in total was donated to. I split it between the ACLU and the Children's Hospital of Los Angeles. I wanted nothing. And you see here, age. My financial independence caused conflict. He won't support me financially. I spend more in 1 month than many people do in 1 year. I want his money to keep me in the lifestyle I've become accustomed to. AH and her never changing lies. This is, of course, these are all on record. Although Johnny is extremely wealthy, he refuses to provide me with any direct financial support. Concurrent with this filing, I am providing an income and expense declaration. I am requesting $50,000 a month and for Pedente life spousal support to maintain our lifestyle. It was never about money, but you demanded $50,000 a month. You wanted 50 grand. That's more than most people make all year.
How about that, Brendan? How about that? Huh?
Yeah.
Let me tell you something about women, Brendan.
Yeah.
Women are insane. They're insane.
In documents filed on May 27th and recently made public, the 30-year-old actress said her estimated income for May is $5,000, with her average monthly income at $10,000, and claims her expenses to be $43,000 a month. She claims to make 10 grand a month, but spend $43,000. Some of those monthly costs could include $10,000 for rent, $3,000 for healthcare, $2,000 for groceries, $10,000 for entertainment, gifts, and vacation every month. That's nice. She's also factored a $10,000 for miscellaneous expenses, including grooming and pet supplies for her dogs, her publicist, agent, and attorney fees. She never wanted any of the money, though, right? Except for the 50 grand a month. The lawyer continues. Her donation of $7 million to charity is hardly the act one would expect of a gold digger, Justice Nickel. But Justice Nickel never bothered to count the nickels, instead constructing his crazy ruling around demonstrably false lies like this one. Now, this was where they went back to say, that, she wasn't in it for the money. She donated the money. Well, okay. The entire amount of my $7 million settlement was donated to charity, AH said, under oath, claimed in the UK. Hardly the act of a gold digger, she said, admiring Justice Nichols. Oh, said in admiring Justice Nichols. But these are anonymous nickels from space a year later, not the pocketed settlement nickels. So you see here, getting an article, a letter from the Children's Hospital on July 2018, thanking her for somebody donating $500,000 anonymously. Here's a $500,000 check, but he goes on, I don't know if I necessarily, this doesn't really prove anything, right? I just showed you that the hospital themselves said she donated at least $1 million. You know the truth, Children's of LA. Years of silence in the face of injustice when you allowed your institution to be used for fake PR to ruin the life of a man you once honored is inexcusable. Why not tell the truth? You see, the hospital CEO, Paul, also thanked AH in a statement. Her generosity will support the life-saving treatments of children. Again, she was listed on the honor roll right here from 1 million to 5 million. So Adam Waldman probably could have done a simple Google search to find that. And I don't see anybody in here pointing that out. But again, that doesn't prove that she donated the rest. It continues. November 2016, accused of not giving the $7 million to charity, Her lawyer released a statement asserting that it's only a mere execution of settlement documents, standing in the way of honoring her pledges to the Children's Hospital and the ACLU. You see her AH released a statement after reports she has not donated the money. TMZ later updated it, saying the settlement documents are being finalized and will be signed this week. He said, Johnny is obligated by the settlement to pay AH, and in turn, she will honor these pledges to the Children's Hospital and the ACLU. Why not just have it? Why not just have it donated right from the settlement? Why put her in the middle? And you see Adam saying here, I no longer have 7 million questions. I'm down to 3.5. You can see here, proof of service, this showing that it was done. And you see Adam saying, I have 7 million questions, because you have Elon saying, I'm one of the top donors to the ACLU. Thank you for being one of the biggest supporters of the ACLU. Really appreciate you backing us over the years, saying to Elon. You know, the insinuation here is that Elon, in fact, paid it. I don't know. We know that she donated at least $1 million to the hospital. Did she donate it the other 3.5 million to the ACLU? We don't see any proof of that. You know, we see in 2016, she said she would donate it. But people are taking this as essentially proof that she lied about it. Would I be surprised that she lied? Not one bit. Remember, this is a woman that took another woman's story of survival and made it about her for clout. Warner Brothers, I think it's time you fire AH. Leave a like on this video if you agree. Leave a comment if you agree. I hope you enjoyed this video. We'll talk to you again real soon.